Today, we're joined by the queen of YouTube, affiliate entrepreneur, YouTube growth expert, Marissa Romero. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mark. It's an honor to be here. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I've been watching on YouTube for the last couple of years, and I absolutely love what you do there. It's absolutely incredible. So I'm excited to share your expertise and your knowledge. So I want to start at the very beginning. Why in the world did you get started on YouTube?
So this happened, it all started around April 2018 is when I started going hard on a YouTube channel. It happened because I was in a desperate situation, actually. I had previously done e-commerce, Shopify stores, drop shipping, and I closed down that business model, sold my stores, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do this. I was getting burnt out. I saw the direction that Facebook ads were going. They're really expensive. And so I was like, I just quit. And at that moment I had moved to Thailand, and I was like, well, there's no revenue coming in. I was trying a bunch of ways to make money. And YouTube happened because I saw the opportunity to monetize the organic traffic. And the people in my niche that were on there, I was like, man, they're just sharing their skills and sharing their knowledge and giving value and growing an audience. I was like, I could do that, no problem. And so I had to do it because, if not, the bills weren't going to get paid. The credit card debt was stacking up like crazy. It was just a scary situation for me. It's kind of, one of those entrepreneur rock bottoms. I was like, I need to make something happen now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, and I think it's really smart that you were able to pivot. You realized that you were going in a direction that wasn't going to work. And then you saw that opportunity with YouTube, which is amazing. And I really want to get into some of the nuts and bolts of how YouTube operates and how you've structured your business, which allows you to be remote, be all over the place, which is absolutely really cool. And I think the key here is, and I want to just send this out to all the after hours entrepreneurs out there. What is the key to having a successful business on YouTube? What do you think has separated you? Because now you're at over 125,000 followers on YouTube. What's the key?
Consistency. Consistency. The key is getting started. Really, that's the true key. Because a lot of people don't, because of imposter syndrome, because of not having the fancy equipment, because of so many things. But the key after you start is to treat it truly like a business, like you started a coffee shop. You can't start a coffee shop and then just not go to the coffee shop and not show up. You just can't. It's the same thing with a YouTube channel. It's a different type of way to give content on the internet. It's hard, it's challenging, but by far it's the most rewarding, in my opinion, than the other social media platforms.
Yeah, I levied out this question to a bunch of people the other day, and I said, what if you could only have one social media app on your phone, what would you have? And I'm with you. It would be YouTube for sure. It's such a powerful way of connecting and engaging and spreading a message, an area of expertise. And I think that's the key, right? That was the key for you. You had the knowledge, you had the expertise on how to create these streams of income. You said, I'm just going to create videos around them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How important or how difficult was it for you, Marissa, to put the framework in place, to put your business strategy in place? Was that difficult for you, or did you just kind of wing it? What was that like?
I was definitely winging it. And to be honest, in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I did, but it was very just go. For me, it was doing something every single day. For the first 90 days, as a matter of fact, I was posting every day. If I missed a day, I'd try to double up. Some days I would miss, but for me, it was like, I knew that the algorithm loves posting frequency. And so I was willing to do what it took to start really ramping up that traffic, because I had no money for paid ads. I had no money for anything. It was just like, I remember making that first sale organically. It was a $33.50 sale. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, this works. I was like, I know this link was only on my YouTube channel, so I know that this sale came from my YouTube traffic.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and I just started with affiliate marketing, and I didn't have a product. I didn't offer coaching. I didn't have anything. I was just promoting other people's other business tools and other people's products at the time.
Okay, cool. And so I love that. So you're going in, you say, okay, I'm just going to do this every day. I'm going to be consistent. That's the key, consistency, right? And then you get this $30 sale. I guess that's your aha moment. Like,
Yeah.
this works. This works. So I want to talk a little bit more about affiliate marketing. I think that a lot of people understand it from a conceptual standpoint, but lay it down for us here real quick, Marissa. What is affiliate marketing and why is that an important component of YouTube success?
So affiliate marketing is when you promote a product or service through an affiliate link, because we're talking about online affiliate marketing. You promote that link, someone uses that link to buy the product, and you get the commission because you connected the buyer to the seller. That's in the simplest form. It's referral marketing. It's been around forever, and I think that every single business should be doing some type of affiliate marketing to supplement their income and create more income streams, because they add up. They add up for sure over time, and they can, if you focus on residual commissions, it could really add up over time and be reliable and be passive, automated, all those things. So,
Well, it's great because you have no inventory. It's
right,
infinitely scalable as long as people are just clicking a link, right?
exactly.
That's the beauty. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of people are apprehensive about getting on YouTube, because they're probably saying to themselves, it's going to cost too much time. It's going to cost too much money. But if you structure it properly, like you teach in your subscribers to sales course, if you set it up properly, it can actually have the opposite effect. It actually be a significant, substantial source of income, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And as far as structure, I realized a few months in, I was like, okay, I need funnels, right? I need funnels to funnel people to these affiliate products. And so it's a different way to create a funnel when you're promoting an affiliate product, but it's pretty easy to do it. And so that, like, once I started to create my list, that was a game changer. And I no matter what you're promoting on YouTube, from day one, whether you have your product or not, just start growing your list for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
start growing your email list because that's something that you own. I want to dig in a little bit more, Marissa, into this idea of a funnel. Because when I think of YouTube, it's basically just someone happening to fall across a video, right? But
Mhm.
is there more to it than that? What do you mean? What's like your top of funnel for your YouTube channel?
So when you think about a funnel, we see it everywhere. But before there was online funnels, there's still McDonald's, like the drive-through. The drive-through is the top of the McDonald's sales funnel. Well, actually, a billboard is the top of a funnel for, McDonald's. When you
Right.
see that billboard and they're like, exit in a mile, for this McDonald's, that's the top. And then when you're going through the drive-through, you started going through a buying process, and that's the same thing with sales funnels, like, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of these places where you have a social media presence. That's the top of your funnel.
Hmm.
And so what makes I say, like, a YouTube channel is like a sales funnel on crack, because it's a different mindset that people have when they're on YouTube. What they're looking to do is they're looking to solve a problem. A lot of them are looking at YouTube to make a purchasing decision, a lot of people. And so
Mm.
when they see your video that helps them solve a problem, it's like an automatic trust is developed with that person, and they want to know more about you, and they want to get on your list, and they want to buy from you. And so that's why, as long as you know, like in your videos, how to give a proper call to action to the links in your description, it's very, very powerful.
And I'm assuming that you're leveraging the power of the search engine on YouTube, right? Someone says, what's the best type of bean for my soup? They go to YouTube, they type it
Mhm.
in, and your face shows up recommending the bean. They click the link, they buy it, and then you get paid, right? That's
Yeah,
basically how that works, right? So
exactly.
I'm kind of curious, just in your case, Marissa, and again, everyone might vary on this. how are you getting people to your YouTube channel, or how were you getting people to your YouTube channel when you were small? Now you're large and people are actually going to be seeing you all over the place. But when you were a small channel, how are you actually getting people to come find you?
Mm-hmm. So I leveraged the small audience I did have on Facebook and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I leveraged family and friends, to be honest. I was just like, hey, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel. And once I did that, I would do that and honestly would just leverage keyword research hard. That's really the fastest way to get your first 1,000 subscribers is really being careful about, good video titles, like making sure the keywords are very good in your video title. But there's a lot of people that have email lists, and there's a lot of people that are familiar with like Reddit and Quora and all these other platforms where you could lead people from those other platforms to your channel. And so I just was I was going hard that first 1,000 subs. I just told everybody to go to the channel. And so another thing too is you have once you start YouTube and you have videos up on your channel, you have to tell people to keep watching the next video.
Yeah.
And so that was that was my strategy. But now it's like when your channel gets bigger, you in the beginning as a smaller channel, you focus on keyword search, but as you grow, you then try to focus on getting suggested traffic, because once you do that, and once you focus on suggested traffic and also browsed, which means people see your channel from the homepage, it's game over, because then YouTube is promoting you at no extra effort on your part.
Yeah, I've actually had some magic happen in my case. And like you said, I just want to reiterate this. It's about doing the small things right up front, right? The titles, the keywords, the thumbnails, doing all these little things right, and they start to pay off. I've been on YouTube for, I don't know, about 1.5 years, 2 years now. And just about a month ago or so, I have a video that's now been shown by YouTube over 100,000 times. And it's just absolutely mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So to your points, consistency, doing the small things right, tell everybody, eventually you're going to hit. So yes. I want to lean a little bit more into this, Marissa. You finally hit, you're finally getting traffic. People are seeing your videos. What are the calls to action that we absolutely need to have in our YouTube videos? What are those calls to action?
Wow. What are the calls to action? There's so many options, I guess.
But we have to be, because you don't want to overload with calls to action, right? So what's your strategy when it comes to that?
So now my strategy is, if I don't say any other call to action in the video, it's for sure to get on my list, to subscribe to my my list by downloading my subscribers to sales blueprints. That's my freebie, right? Because it's almost like you don't have to tell people to subscribe. People are going to do it if your video is good. I never give a call to action in the beginning because it's a waste of time. I always tell people to do what I want them to do, towards the middle, maybe a little earlier than the middle, but I give them a chance to want to stay, to want to get to know me better. And then when they realize, like, hey, she's giving some good advice here, then they'll do it. Because it's my highest. There's on YouTube, you have cards, which are the little white notifications at the top that say suggested video or blah, blah, blah. My highest converting card is when I tell people to download my freebie.
Awesome. And it's probably because your freebie is very well targeted towards your audience that is watching, right? So I'm going to talk about that. But before we get into that, of course, you can learn everything that Marissa's doing at the Subscribers to Sales Blueprint, MarissaRomero.com. Listen, you type it into YouTube, you will find her very quickly and easily, because she is good at what she does. But so let's talk about how did you actually find the right lead magnet, right? Because I'm a big believer in this too, Marissa. Your email list is probably the lifeblood of your business, right? How did you develop a lead magnet that really worked? Did you have to go through several to get to the one that's really converting? How did you get there?
Let's see, with my lead magnet, I knew I wanted to do an ebook style lead magnet. I knew I wanted to make it valuable for sure. I think it's like I think it's like 10 or 11 pages, um, but to be completely honest, I paid for a mastermind which taught a lot about funnel types, having a webinar funnel, and the best types of lead magnets to have. And so I constructed my lead magnet based on the mastermind that I was in, to give away a very good piece of value. And it's not just you subscribe to my freebie and that's it. It's a nurturing sequence. It's like
Yeah.
there's more value over the next days that I give out, just other types of worksheets and tools that realistically people can use. It's not just, some dinky information. It's I really put a lot of thought into that whole lead magnet and the follow-up sequence that people are getting, because it matters.
I like that. And are you funneling a lot of people via that little the little tag that pops up at the beginning or at the top of the YouTube video? Is that a good actual traffic generator for the lead magnet there? Because that's not something I've experimented with. Typically when I'm adding those I'm missing the cards, right? Typically when I'm adding a card, it's just hey, go check out this other video that's related to this video. Which actually I want to ask you about this, Marissa. This is interesting, right? I'm always conflicted to recommend someone leave the video that they're watching to go watch another video. What are your thoughts on that, right? Because I want them to watch the whole thing. You know? So when are you putting in your cards?
I put them in. That's a good question. I try to keep it towards the middle or the end.
Like after the 40% viewed
point?
Point?
Yeah, I do. And I'll also leave them in the description. But I think more so what I try to focus on is the end screen. To me, the end screen is very important too, because there's two click-through rates on your channel. There's the click-through rate where people click and click on a thumbnail and decide to watch your video. But then there's another click-through rate at the end of the end screen or at the end of your video where they decide to click through and watch the next video that's coming up, which is super important to your channel and getting more watch time on your channel. I never end my videos. I never like, oh, thanks for watching. Bye. Hope you had a great, never, you'll never see that. I just tell them, just go watch more. If you like this, let's go and watch the next one. See you there.
I like that a lot. So at the end of your video, instead of saying, thanks for watching, see you later, you're saying, hey, by the way, check out this video. It's going to really add value to your life. Something like that, right?
Yep. That's exactly right.
I love that. I love that. And that's something, that is pretty easy to do. You don't have to go through a lot of post-production stuff for that, right? You can just incorporate that into the actual recording of the video itself.
Yep, you can.
I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. So Marissa is laying out basically all the framework you need to have a successful channel, to generate leads, to get cash, to get paid. We've talked a lot about affiliate marketing, but I want to go a little bit deeper into that topic. How are you finding the right places to send people? Obviously, there's Amazon, which is kind of like the easy affiliate marketing funnel. Where else do you like for sending people, and how can we find great affiliate leads?
Let's see. I'm big on promoting tools and softwares because I think that's something that everybody uses and something that everybody needs. Yeah. So I'm really big on giving value on how to use a certain type of software. And just having maybe the key with affiliate marketing, if it's something you're trying to grow, is to offer bonuses when people buy through you. So for example, maybe there's I don't know, a workout app that you use and you like. Maybe a bonus that you give with that workout app is help with how to get started and your favorite features of the app and how to use it and stuff like that. So I think that's a big key with affiliate marketing is just that. As far as networks, it just really depends on what niche you're in.
Yeah.
Because there's so many now. There's health networks and obviously a ton of internet marketing products that you can market out there. But I would say the low hanging fruit in your business should be promoting what it is you're already using.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
In your life. Yeah.
It comes off as more genuine too when you're actually
Mhm.
recommending a product or service that you use. Like vidIQ is something I like to promote because it's just
Right.
it's really changed my life in a lot of ways, and it just really helpful for
Mhm.
optimization. So, in addition to affiliate marketing, I'm a big believer, and I know you are, in passive income, creating multiple streams of income, right? Because if you're relying on one stream of income and it goes dead, you're in big trouble, right? If
Right.
you're a restaurant owner selling bagels and all of a sudden COVID hits, you can't sell bagels anymore. Whew, whew, scary stuff, scary stuff.
Mhm.
So, what are some other ways that we can create cash flow from our YouTube channel, Marissa?
Yeah. So the main ways are, offering a service, right? If you're a coach or a consultant, it's very easy to just say, hey, like let's hop on a strategy call or something like that, and give a call to action for that. Course creation is huge. If you
Mm,
can just offer, you know, or not offer, but produce a video module type course with something that people ask you a lot and that you have to give, that they see you as the expert in, create a course around it and sell it, because your knowledge is like the most profitable thing that you can sell. And the thing with course creation is that it's so scalable, and it's hardly any cost to fulfill, because it's like, if your profit is going up but your expenses and fixed costs are going up, it's like, what's the point? If you're
yeah.
making $1 million but your expenses are over 900,000, it's like, well, what's the point of even scaling this? So definitely course creation. There's
And that's the
Patreon.
that's the magic. I just want to reiterate. That's the magic of YouTube, right?
Mhm.
Because you don't have to run, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in Facebook ads. You've already got the traffic through your YouTube channel, right?
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
love
It's
that.
it's like, I for sure plan to now run paid advertising, but I've never spent a dime on on advertising yet. And so, because you
That's
have that base of traffic to just like keep you afloat, Um,
and you
and
already have the know, like, and trust. So it's just
exactly,
yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. And other ways that I plan to monetize my channel is through my merch store,
Hmm.
my Teespring store. I wanna sell merch. And there's a lot of creators that have like crowdfunding, like a Patreon account, where it's a subscription based product that you offer exclusive content, or goodies behind the scenes, whatever, to an audience that subscribes to your content. So yeah, there's so many creative ways to monetize the channel.
Yeah, I love it. You're only hindered by your creativity. I think that's
Mhm.
that's really cool. I want to talk about your course creation a little bit, Marissa. So the course is subscribers to sales, essentially teaching people how to do exactly what we're talking about here, but getting look, in 30 minutes, we can only touch the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. But what went into your course creation? Like on a scale from 1 to 10, how difficult was it? Tell us a little bit about your process from saying, I want to create a course to I have a course. Tell us about that process.
It took a while. It's something that I thought would be easier, but it was not.
Well,
uh,
because as a
it,
YouTuber yourself, you've already got a lot of the skills that are needed to create video,
right,
right?
right. Um, it took 7 months, the process, to from beginning to end, and it was a lot of just outlining the flow of what you want to take your students through, like a beginner, right? Because it's it's different for everybody, because people are coming into your course sometimes at different stages. Some people are more ahead than others. Some people are just very beginners. So it's like you have to include everything, and it's hard to remember what it's like in the beginning when you're struggling with something. And
Yeah.
so I think that was the most difficult part. But once you outline, you script. And I tell people when they're creating a course, like, definitely section it out, like with numbers, or A, B, and C, and modules, and lessons, because it's like a curriculum. When you're in school, you have different chapters, you have different lessons. It's the same thing, so that there's structure to your course, and then in the future you can position it to add things, change things, as you go. And so that was it's a lot of effort, though, because you do have to film. You have to edit. You have to, for me, I like to pay attention to details. I create thumbnails for all my different video modules so that you know like where exactly you are. There's worksheets, there's guides, there's a lot of stuff. So I mean, it all depends on like as well, like the price point you're selling at. Because
Mm.
not all of that would have been necessary if I was selling it for $100 or
Yeah.
200. So
Well, because you
yeah.
probably felt compelled to say, hey, if you're going to spend the money, you're going to spend the time. I want to make sure you have an amazing experience when you
Mhm.
get into the course, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I think it's a really easy trap to fall into. I kind of joke around with my wife about this. Before we bought our first house, she's watching these, house buying shows on television. In 30 minutes, they find the house, they move in, they clean it up, and then it's beautiful, right? We bought our house. She's like, this is nothing like on TV, right?
Right.
It's just kind of amazing where, everything takes longer than you initially expect. If you were to go back, Marissa, and you could do one thing differently with your course, is there anything that you would have said, I would do this a little bit differently from the get-go? What's a little takeaway we can take from that?
Um, that's interesting. I hope this doesn't sound bad, but I don't think I would do anything different because I took so much time to really map it out and get behind
Mm,
the head of my student. Of course, now like I'm redoing a lot of things just because of feedback and suggestions and stuff that I have from the students. But I think that the most important thing is don't rush it. You want to finish, you want to launch, but hey, if you need to redo that, redo it. If you need to hire somebody to help you with creating the designs or creating different templates or worksheets or tools for your students, like take the time to do that for
love it.
sure.
Love it. I'm curious, did you take a course on how to build the course, or did you just say, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to dive in?
I didn't take a course on it, no, but
School
I
School
uh-huh.
of YouTube? Did you go to the School of YouTube to build it?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I'm the
Yeah.
same way. I basically do everything off of YouTube, but now I'm kind of in this point where I'm thinking like, maybe it's worth spending that money up front to take the course so I can just skip all those potholes instead of like, we could just absolutely speed up your process. I know when I built my podcast experience out for the first time, I could have done it in a quarter of the time if I would have had the right fundamentals. And of course, when you're
Mhm.
learning from a pro like Marissa Romero, you're going to grow your YouTube channel way, way quicker as well. Wait, I'm telling you, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you. All right. Cool. So, Marissa, I want to go into the world famous rapid fire here. Before we get there, marissaromero.com, subscribers to sales. Go check it out. I'll have a link below for you. Um, all right. Cool. Marissa, you ready for the rapid fire here? You all strapped in?
Mhm.
All right. Let's do it. Cool. What is a must have item every business owner should have that costs less than $50?
Oh, a camera.
Okay. Okay. Like a webcam, you're thinking?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
webcam for
I
sure.
dig it. I dig it. What is a must have subscription that you're using right now?
Kartra.
Gotcha. Then that's where you are hosting your course,
Yeah,
correct? Yeah.
it's all in one. So it does funnels, email marketing, all that stuff. Host the courses. Yeah.
Cool. Dig it. If you had 10 seconds with yourself 10 years ago, what would you say?
Only 10.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Um, Gosh, I would say you don't need to go the traditional route and just dive into the unknown.
I like that. I like it. Especially in 2020 and beyond, you have to get comfortable with discomfort. You gotta start
Oh
trying
yeah.
new things. It's if your plan is just do the things that have always worked, it's a dangerous plan to have. So I'm with you there. If you were to wake up in the morning, you could only do one business task for the day, Marissa, what would you do?
Go look at my Asana. Um,
It's a fairly small YouTuber. I can relate to that because every day I check my YouTube. I got a subscriber. It's very exciting. Okay, final question here for you, Marissa. If you had a billboard message that could reach millions and millions of people, what would you put on your billboard?
I would put my favorite quote. It's by Oprah. Well, Oprah slash Maya Angelou. It's you don't know what your legacy is going to be because every day you are building your legacy. It's a almost exactly that, but it would be about legacy, because it's like, what's one big way right now to leave your legacy, and that's with the lives you touch, and the value you're giving to people.
I love that. I love that. Marissa said it, and I agree with it. Marissa, thank you so much.
Thank you very, very, very much.